I don't know how much swimming is going to be going on because it was pretty chilly this morning.
Yeah, definitely. So people probably thinking, where's my jacket or sweater, because it hasn't been this cool in a while here.
Yeah.
And this afternoon it's going to be really pleasant. Let's take you outside first, this time to our GE Clovis Appliance Skycam at Pulaski and 5th in Old Town Clovis, where things are looking all right this morning. Temperatures not too bad. Here's what's going on from Snowborn 30. We had this trough dig in about Thursday into Friday, and that really cooled us off. We were in the low 80s for most of the valley on Friday. That trough is beginning to lift off to the northeast just a little bit. High pressure is going to build over us just for the weekend. Even though we're warming up, our temperatures will stay below average, which is about 91 for this time of year. And later on in the coming week, another trough digs in, a stronger trough. This one's going to bring us cooler air, cooler compared to what we experienced just over the past few days here in Central California. We might be a good 10 to 15 degrees below average, but everything's calm on our radar. The flow from the west to the east, the onshore flow, it's a dry atmosphere, so the threat of thunderstorms is very minimal this year. There might be a shower or two at the highest terrain. That's about it, though. We're not expecting that activity that spilled out to the valley floor early on in the week. Things are relatively calm this weekend. 61 this morning in Merced, 64 in Fresno, 59 in Visalia, and 63 in Lemoyne this morning. And compared to 24 hours ago, Fresno County northward just a little bit warmer compared to this time yesterday. That's a sign that the flow of cool air from the coast is dying down temporarily, because we are going to warm up this weekend, but once we get into the new work week, we're going to cool off once again. And still kind of hazy out there, but it's not as widespread as dense it's been the past couple of weeks due to all the wildfire smoke here in Central California. And you can see that haze as we look off to the east over downtown Fresno from our Skycam this morning, where it is 64 degrees, winds are calm, and visibility is 9 miles out at the airport. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. We've had visibility down to 5 or 6 miles in the past couple days or couple weeks when that ridge of high pressure was over us. And you can see it's still a little hazy, a little smoky in this this morning as we look at Half Dome from Glacier Point. The flow from the west to the east will improve visibility in the Sierra later on this afternoon. So things look fairly nice if you're headed up there as well for this afternoon. Air quality is good to moderate in the valley today. And up in the Sierra, temperatures really nice. 70s for most locations under mostly sunny skies, and 60s though for Sequoia with a high of 68 this afternoon. 78 in Bass Lake and 74 for Shaver, and 80 for Yosemite Valley this afternoon. In the foothills today, mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the 80s. Low 80s for Mariposa and Oakers, and mid 80s for Coarse Cold and Aubrey this afternoon. Winds will be fairly light later on into the evening as well. And here in the valley, we're looking for temperatures in the 80s. Fresno at 88. Warmer than the 83 we had yesterday, but we're staying below average, which is 91 for this time of year. We do have 90s, though, for Hanford and Lemoore, upper 80s for Merced and Madera later on today. Here's the extended forecast. So a little bit warmer tomorrow. I think we'll sneak back into the 90s, but staying below average. And once we get into the new work week, we start to cool off once again, back to the low 80s Tuesday into Wednesday, and then maybe even the 70s Thursday into Friday. And fall officially begins on Friday, so it's actually going to be fairly cool for this time of year for the first day of fall. But this weekend, especially here in the morning hours, it does feel a little like early October rather than mid-September here in the valley. So quite a nice change after a hot and hazy couple weeks here in the valley.
Yeah, nice to not see triple heat, and it's finally beginning to look a lot like fall.
Yeah, it looks like it's on time this year, which is a good thing. Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you, Ruben.
You're welcome.